as Zach Edey and Khalil Ware tip it off, and it's controlled by the Boilers.
Well, this watch early on, a lot of movement by Purdue. That allows Zach Edey to get some one-on-one coverage, makes it a little bit more challenging to get a double team down to him with all the movement offensively by Purdue.
And folks, keep your eye on number 55 for Purdue as Edey misses his first shot. Lance Jones is a transfer, and he's been putting the biscuit in the basket lately for Coach Painter. So here come the Hoosiers. Trey Galloway, wonderful night against Ohio State as he scored a 20-point game as well. Galloway inside, nice deal, and the first bucket goes down. Mackenzie Mbako, the talented freshman.
Well, listen, it's talent on this Indiana squad, no doubt. The consistency just hasn't been there, but if they can play consistent, don't turn it over, don't give up a lot of free throws to Purdue, they got a chance to walk out of here with a W.
Baseline jump shot, that one running out for Lawyer. Jones off the side rim, tapped up and in, looks like they'll give it to Edey. Trey Kaufman-Renn also in on that play. This place electric, folks. Ware, along with Galloway. Guarded by Jones, he splits. Ware, reversal, cuts, dribble drive to the hole, deals it down, wham, with the right hand.
I love that offensive set by Indiana because the ball, the movement was quick, decisive. If you didn't have a shot, you moved it, you broke down the offense, and then you attacked the rotation.
Khalil Ware tweaked his knee against Ohio State. Didn't practice one day this week, but he's on the floor tonight. Edey, jump up with the right hand, off the heel, and the bounce. He's got touch in there.
And you saw, too, Indiana, the reluctancy to double right away. You want to stay at home with the shooters, try to force Edey up the block a little bit more. That can happen with that mountain of a man.
Baseline Renew. He's been putting up big numbers lately. Left-hand jump hook, got the bounce and the bucket.
Well, if Renew and Galloway get it going, Gus, those two, that combination allows the fluidity offensively for Indiana.
Malik Renew coming off a 26-point game. Now Edey in the hole again. Shows it. And foul.
Hey, Gus, we're going back to the Indiana. Watch the ball move, but at the end, the dribble drive attracts Zach Edey. Ware able to get up and over before Edey was able to get back. But if you can move him out the paint or move him around, that frees up an opportunity to get 2 feet in the paint and maybe get some easy ones inside.
Edey leads the Big Ten in both scoring at 23 a game and rebounds at 12 a game. Big Ten Player of the Week 10 times, National Player of the Year last year. Looks like he's going to accomplish that same feat this season as well. Big Z got the second.
And that's where he's improved, too, because in late game situations, Gus, the ball is going to touch his hand. So if he's able to get to the free throw line and convert, that's an added bonus for this Purdue Boilermaker team.
Edey, a 71% free throw shooter. Renew, nice look and bucket as Mbaka got it to him to make it an 8-5 game. Indiana won this game last year here in West Lafayette. We were here. Pick and roll. Smitty. Got a really nice mid-range games now. Dumps it down to Edey. Couldn't get his shoulder square. Renew with a rebound.
Well, Khalil Ware, because of his size, he's influenced a couple of early shots by Zach Edey.
Mbaka. They want to see him drive to the ball. Drive to the basket more. He's a terrific perimeter shooter. Ware. Baseline turn. Air ball. Braden Smith the other way. Crosses over. Rising fire. Pure. Smitty. This kid's playing some ball this year. He realizes this is his team.
No doubt about it. And I love the fact that he put in the work over the summer to improve his strength, and that time finding the seam off of that pick and roll in transition. That's his pull-up game.
Gabe Cups in because Xavier Johnson tweaked his elbow. He'll miss about 3 more games. Mbako drives to the hole, digs it down, and a foul coming up. Well done, though, by Mackenzie Mbako.
The Maryland game, I should have asked him for a 20.
You should have asked him for a 10-piece. This is a 10-piece, and she would have tipped you the other 10.
Man, come on, Doc.
Meanwhile, Galloway at the line. And Trey Galloway is trying to step it up in terms of his offense. He had 25 on Tuesday against Ohio State on 9 of 15 shooting. 6 rebounds, 4 dimes in 38 minutes. He's a senior, they need him. And that 3-headed monster of Renew, Galloway, and Ware could really help this team down the line.
When you talk about down the line, the last 7.5 minutes of that Ohio State game, it was Galloway. 12 of his 25 points came when they needed it the most.
Here's Edey. Draws a triple team, jump hook, left hand, no. Khalil Ware with the rebound. Ware with only 5 points the last time he faced Edey. Edey had 33 big ones. Galloway driving hard. Jump hook, no. Edey with the rebound. He kicks it out. Lawyer leading the charge. Lawyer. And Indiana back on D. Morton in now. Here's Big Z. Across the lane. Big hop off the glass softly and in. (10-9) IU. Edey, 7 of Purdue's 9 points. Mbako looking for that J. That's why.
It does. If you can move Zach, you'll have a little bit more room to operate. Easier said than done, but Indiana doing an excellent job of negotiating their offense where they can have some clean looks at the rim via the jump shot or getting points in the paint.
Smith hangs in the air and banks it down. In the land of the trees, Braden Smith, his second field goal of the first half. Indiana 5 of 7 from the field, and that went out of bounds. We'll head the other way.
Just the kind of start you want if you're Indiana. Here's Braden Smith, the high pick and roll. That upper body strength allows him now to finish these baskets, where in last year it may have come up short. But you notice Zach out a little bit further, gives the runway for Braden Smith to kind of utilize that snake dribble to either get to his pull-up or, like we saw on that occasion right there, Gus got to the basket.
Two Mr. Basketballs facing each other when Smith has it, guarded by Cups. Smith in Indiana drives past Cups from Ohio. And Smitty all of a sudden gives Purdue their first lead of the game, 13-12. Mbako driving on Morton, cut off. Renew a 3. Edey with the rebound. Smith, pick and roll again, gets to the hole and rattle it down. Braden Smith. 15-12. 6-0 run for IU. Cups. Gills with the rebound. Smith again. He checked. Edey offensive rebound. Jones. Braden Smith with the offensive rebound. Edey bumping. Top of the arc. Jones. Another offensive rebound, but Gillis can't keep it in play.
Well, let's go back. Look at Zach Edey right here. Once the ball goes over here, to Braden Smith. It's the action itself is able to get it because everybody's lifted up and no rotation on the baseline because of shooter in the corner. And then now, Braden Smith, you negotiate what you want to do. When you get down lane, you know the bigs are going to be reluctant to take their body fully away from Zach Edey in fear of an offensive rebound. That gave you a clear runway to get to the basket once again. Excellent offensive execution by the Boilermakers.
Braden Smith with 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting for Purdue. Galloway. And a turnover. Here come the Boilers. Jones kicks it. Gets it back, drives down the lane, double pump, tried to deal it down and out of bounds.
It's talented, but collectively, they just haven't had to be able to sustain the consistency to win enough, and that's a 5-second call. The little mental errors, especially in close games, has cost this team. And I know that's cost, I can't say Mike Woodson some hair because he's bald. So.
How about some gray in his beard?
Some gray in his beard.
Indiana on the season, 12 turnovers a game. They've had 3 right now. Edey on the box, rolls, and foul. And Ware just shakes his head. What is he supposed to do in that situation?
Not reach now. If Zach Edey is going to make the basket, okay, allow him to make it over the top where you don't want to pick up fouls because they need that size inside, that length and size. But you have to be smarter not to bail Zach Edey out. Listen, you're not going to stop him. You just want to influence his shot. And that time by swiping down, easy call for the official. Now you're going to be regulated to the bench.
Khalil Ware in foul trouble in the first meeting. So he'll come out of the game with his second foul at the 6:13 mark of the first half. Edey at the line. He's 2 of 5 so far tonight. 71% free throw shooter.
And guess when Ware goes to the bench, not only do you take away some paint protection, but you take away that lob threat that you have on the offensive end, especially off the pick and roll, or if there's a drive down the lane, Edey has to help. Now you can throw it up to an athletic Ware to finish.
Cups back in, along with Purdue, Mbako, Leah, and Sparks. And a steal. Smith, he's got Jones trailing, hands it off, Lawyer. Back to Smith, rising fire. Smitty. That's the first made 3 by either team. Largest lead of the game for the Boilers. Indiana in a little trouble now. Renew. Got it by Kaufman-Renn. Cups down the lane. Sparks leads in. Contested by Edey. Smitty. And a whistle and foul. Looks like it's coming on the floor.
Got some classic fast break here. Smith, Fletcher off of 2 feet, the pump fake. And look at everybody kind of transition down. When you do that and you don't talk, Smith able to line it up. Straight shooting practice right there.
Smith with 13 points on 6 of 9 shooting. And just 6 feet. Second on the team also in rebounding to Zach Edey.
Those long rebounds, guards gobble up, and Smith is doing an outstanding job of doing that. The offensive foul on the weak side here.
Averaging 5 rebounds a game. And that's on Edey, his first. 26-18. Galloway. Mbako dribbles it out of bounds. And it's Purdue basketball.
And Kaufman-Renn right there because he was just extended outside the side of the free throw line. One step to his left, he was able to influence the drive and cause a turnover.
Mbako, a McDonald's All-American, a consensus 5-star top 10 recruit. He's from New Jersey, Gladstone. Edey calling for it inside. He's got Sparks on his back. Big man goes to work. Top of the arc, Lawyer, and a whistle and foul coming up.
And Sparks tried to do everything he could to not allow Zach Edey to back him down. And again, it's easier said than done. What you want to do is try to meet Zach Edey early to keep him and push him outside the lane a little bit more. Again, it's a lot easier with me with my headphones sitting here talking about it, but when that big body lays on you, Gus, it's almost an impossible ask.
He told me yesterday at practice that he didn't start playing basketball until he was in about 10th grade. Then ended up playing 1 year at his local high school in Canada and moved to IMG Academy. Was a baseball player and a hockey player. He was a pitcher.
Right, and he reminds me so much of Yao Ming. And I say that because
he played with Yao,
played with Yao Ming. Beautiful play by Zach Edey going straight. And what reminds me is that he's bigger up top now, but his trunk, lower body, he's thick down there, so it's hard to move him. Yao was a little bit more talented offensively with his touch and especially free throw shooting, but you've seen the improvement offensively of Zach Edey over the years that he's been here at Purdue.
Renew. Guarded by Gillis. Puts it on the floor. Cut off by Edey. Leo to Sparks. He creates space and draws a foul. Peyton Sparks. Ball State transfer. And that foul on Miles Colvin. His first. Second team foul against Purdue. So Peyton Sparks had 22 double-doubles, 9 20-point games in 2 years at Ball State. And listen to this crowd, folks. It is electric in here, on fire. Second one goes. That ends a 7-0 Purdue run. 27-19. Braden Smith has been excellent in the first half. Uses the screen, pulls up, 14-footer. Short, Edey with a rebound. Two-hand jam for the big man. He's got 12 and 8 in the first half. Galloway, Renew, jump hook. Smith, rebound. Smith in traffic, kicks it out, pull-up jumper, and good. Miles Colvin, freshman from Naptown. Boilers up 32-19 on a 12-1 run. Can Indiana answer? C.J. Gunn off the mark. Smith, Jones, big time, short.
Indiana needs something positive to happen right now in this offensive possession.
Renew lost it. Here come the Boilers. Gillis. That one deflected by Galloway, plucked out of the air. Here comes Galloway. Hard penetration, off the window, no, but a foul. And a timeout on the floor. 2:44 to play here in the first half.
This is not just a new test for both flu and COVID-19. This is 2 results in 1 test in just 30 minutes.
I'm so glad you're here.
Me too. This is helping keep everyone safe. Walgreens.
Always dry scoop before you run.
The hot dog diet got me shredded.
The world is full of health experts. It's time to listen to science. One a day is formulated with B vitamins to help convert food into fuel. Science that matters.
Oh, hi. This financial services company counts on CrowdStrike for all their cybersecurity needs. But what if they hadn't?
This is what it would feel like if cyber criminals breached your network. With CrowdStrike, you get AI and industry-leading intelligence that keep you ahead of modern adversaries by detecting threats and preventing breaches before they happen. When it comes to cybersecurity, who are you going to put stock in? CrowdStrike. We stop breaches.
What is Circle? Circle is the fuel you need to take flight. Circle is the energy that gets you to the next level. Circle is what you hope for when life tosses lemons your way. Circle, available at Walmart and drinkcircle.com.
Ugh, a rash? Maybe it'll go away. Oh, how am I gonna find a doctor I'll feel comfortable showing this to? A QR code? Okay. Oh, these great doctors are on ZocDoc. Dr. Taylor's a great listener. Meh? Well, who do you like? Dr. Stafford is available today, super understanding, and girl, he has seen way worse. Thanks, Rash.
You've got more options than you know. Look now.
These players are going to play hard-nosed, passionate football. Spring football is here to stay.
The UFL season kicks off March 30th.
Before the podcasts, before the documentaries, there was America's Most Wanted. The show that brought true crime to TV is back with the man who started it all.
I'm John Walsh, host of America's Most Wanted. We're more connected than ever, and you can help solve cases like never before. And this time, I'm bringing in my son Callahan to help.
America's Most Wanted, all new Mondays on Fox, and watch anytime on Hulu.
It is time for the GOAT.
Strap in, because Skip is back.
This team is loaded top to bottom.
He's got the Hall of Famers, playmakers.
We coming with some swag.
Game changers. And Lil Wayne is in the house. New team.
I'm talking elite players.
Here we come. Same Skip.
This is about to be the greatest show I have ever been a part of.
Undisputed. Weekdays at 9:30 Eastern, only on FS1.
All right, Stoner, thank you very much. 32-19, Purdue trying to pull away. Closing moments of the first half, Above and Beyond, sponsored by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
I'm glad to see Caravan Alex back in the lineup last week against St. John's. He didn't play. I said you owe me some money, but he dropped 25 on And how about Joseph Girard going back to the Carrier Dome, playing against his former team, Syracuse, and Clemson making some noise right now in the ACC, making some noise.
They just beat North Carolina.
Yep. I think that was only the second time they won at North Carolina in the history of the program. So ACC projected to have 4 teams in there, Clemson right there.
So our score 32-19 as Galloway takes his place on the free throw line. And he missed them both. Smith, Jones, Edey, Gillis, and hits. Mason Gillis the 3, 15-1 run. Indiana's got to figure out a way to stop the bleeding. Jones raking at the ball. Galloway controls it. Renew a 3. Smith, always in attack mode. Finds Edey. Well defended that time by IU.
And some contact, but Edey, officials didn't call it. Beautiful peel back that time by Braden Smith.
Here he comes, weaving his way into the front court. Lost it, and he taps it to his teammate in the corner. Gillis can't hit that one. Indiana, no field goals in the last 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Gunn, as they weave it up top. Galloway, played to his left hand. 15-foot floater goes down.
Wow, snaked his way that time, a little push shot. And the challenge for Indiana is having a playmaker out here on the court that can not only initiate the offense but make some things happen. That time Trey looked for his own shot, was able to capitalize.
That ends a 15-1 run. Smith again, held back, gets up and in. Braden Smith has been wonderful. 15 points in the first half against a team, Indiana, that didn't offer him a scholarship, and he was Mr. Basketball in the state. Reverse layup, Galloway goes down. Archie Miller didn't want to offer him a scholarship.
How about that? I bet you Matt Painter was like, okay, I got it, don't worry.
The next day,
he probably a little bit later that day when he probably found out, but what a get by Matt Painter. I talked about playmaker, a person that can control the tempo and the temperature of the team, and that's Braden Smith.
Smith. Up top, Gillis, pump fake, lets it go, Brick, long rebound, Colvin, blocked, Gunn, claims it, outlet pass, Galloway to the cup, double pump and good. Well done by IU on defense with a second remaining, 37-25.
It gives you a little momentum if you're Indiana, because you had 2 consecutive plays where you scored on, and this is the play right here. Great block shot. Purdue kind of stopped thinking it was a shot clock violation, and Galloway off 2 feet, able to make it in there for that layup.
Purdue is led by as many as 16 in this first half. Indiana by as many as 3. This series dates back to 1901, a meeting in Bloomington. Purdue leading it 126-92. Boilers have won 14 of the last 17, including last month's meeting in Indiana, 87-66. And Zach Edey had 33 and 14. And the Boilers led by 22 at halftime. Different story tonight.
Yeah, and Purdue had 51 points at halftime at IU. So defensively, Indiana doing a better job. You know, offensively, I think they left some things on the table where they had some opportunities, but give Purdue credit for not allowing Indiana to have some rhythm offensively. Let's see what Matt Painter draws up, probably trying to throw it deep to Zach Edey from Gillis.
And that one deflected by Renew, so they'll throw it back in one more time.
Hold up, it should be, hold up, wait, Gillis caught the ball out of bounds.
Ah, yes he did.
He caught the ball, it should be Indiana ball.
And it will be.
Yes.
With 0.3 of a second to go.
And they may want to check the game clock as well to see if it's some more seconds that need to be put on. 0.3 seconds, you can get a shot off, but right here, he can't catch it right back. That's a violation, so it should be Indiana's ball. And guys, with 0.3 seconds left, you can get a shot up.
Got to throw it towards the rim.
You can throw it towards the rim, but you can catch and shoot real quick.
Indiana with one more chance. Beat Ohio State 69-63 Tuesday in Columbus.
See if you can lift Zach Edey up, see if you get something going to the basket. A quick catch and shoot.
Leo will throw it in. to the basket, tipped, and that's it. But a great first half for Purdue as they head into halftime, leading Indiana 37-25. Smith with 15, Edey with 12. And welcome back, 40-25, our score right here. We apologize for the technical difficulties we've been experiencing. However, the Boilermakers, Zach Edey is at the free throw line. 4th most points in Purdue history. First free throw, good. Talking to Edey, it was very interesting. I said, you know, you've been criticized when I talked to him yesterday about not being able to make the transition into the NBA game because you don't shoot the three and you may not be able to guard the three. That's what the critics say. He said, Gus, I'm doing what my coach and what my team needs me to do. When I get to the NBA and I'm getting there, I can make the adjustments to learn how to do what I need to do, which will include shooting threes and include guarding that position. I talked to Mike Woodson about it as well, about Zach. He said, if I were drafting, I would draft Zach Edey as soon as I can. He's going to be wonderful. People say he can't guard the three, but who's going to guard him?
Well, the question is, you know, in the NBA, you don't have the straight typical post-up player. You're not getting a lot of touches. In college, you can do that. Can you guard in space? Can you stretch the defense? And that's the question mark that has been plaguing Zach Edey in his draft stats.
And a foul. Talked to Matt Painter yesterday at practice. And we were talking about Zach Edey and those same issues that he's facing in terms of the critics. And Matt said, what I would do, I'd draft him, put him on the second unit, and feed him the entire time on the second unit.
Well, here's the thing. Steven Adams has had an outstanding career he just got traded from Memphis, okay? Steven Adams, his whole job was to rebound and play defense. He guarded the toughest big man on the opposite team. He was there defensively to plug up the lane, and he's had a career where you went from a dominant big man to a big man that had to throw it around, but yet still he had a mark on the game.
So that free throw good for Edey.
And that shows you that there is a place for a player like that. It's just a matter of the correct team that can utilize that skill set from Edey.
Galloway, pick and roll. Lobs it. Bam! Oh! Ware couldn't keep it down. Jones drives to the hole. And out of bounds. It'll be Purdue basketball.
Everything to perfection on that pick and roll last play with Ware and also Galloway. It's just that Ware could not complete the deal with the lob.
Edey couldn't make the catch. Here comes Leo. Almost lost it. Mbako. Walker inside, tied up, jump ball, and Indiana will hold on.
Outstanding defense that time by Kaufman Wren to slide his feet to get in front of Walker right here. And then he times it up perfectly. A lot of times that can be a foul, Gus. But Kaufman Wren was able to time it up to perfection.
Mbaka. 16-footer. Braden Smith guarded by Mbaka. That's a mismatch. Smith turns the corner hard, gets to the hole off the side of the backboard. Galloway makes that Leo the other way. And he's fouled at the midcourt line.
Man, that's a smart play by Lawyer to stop that fast break because numbers were in favor of the Hoosiers.
Mbaka. Free throw line extended. He still can't get one to fall.
Well, Zach Edey in his presence forces teams subconsciously to shoot a lot of jump shots, man, instead of attacking the paint. I get it.
Lance Jones. He's coming off back-to-back 20-point games for the first time since his first 2 games of 21-22. Jones with 20 against Wisconsin, and that'll stop Purdue's run. Indiana's first points of the second half, and it's Ware.
And his first 3-point made field goal as well. If Ware can knock in a couple of those, maybe now you can entice Zach Edey out of the paint a little bit more and be able to get some easy baskets inside.
Edey jump hook on the baseline side. No. Galloway wraps it around. Ware spins in traffic, and a reach-in foul coming up on Jones. His second. 14:54 to go. 47-28. Gene Cady, the legend in college basketball, former Purdue head coach, 6-time Big Ten, 6 Big Ten titles, 7-time Big Ten Coach of the Year. In attendance, he lives in South Carolina.
All those accolades were the best thing he done for me.
What?
Besides being had the pleasure of playing for him in the Pan Am game, he introduced me to Maker's Mark.
Not only is he a good friend, but he's a tough guy to drink that. Here's Edey, another tough guy. And the foul. And with that rebound, Edey with his 8th consecutive double-double. And it's just hard to imagine that a kid this talented at 7'4" is fighting to get into the NBA, where in the past, there were guys that put up comparable numbers in college and went on to do pretty well. And they were big guys. How about Patrick Ewing and David Robinson, along with Edey? Only 3 players to score 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, 200 blocks, and shoot 60% from the field, and he can't get a look in the league.
Well, it's a different game, different idea. Listen, the top 4 teams...
It's not a better game.
No, but it's a different game. Listen, the top 4 teams in the country, North Carolina, you got Kansas, you have Purdue and UConn. You know what they have in common?
Big guy.
Big guy. All of them. But all those big guys, too, are the ones that are not high on the radar in regards to #1 picks or high picks, low picks in the draft.
Inside, nice look as Ware lays it in from Galloway. Ware with 9.
Can Indiana put together multiple defensive stops and be able to convert that on the offensive end? And it's tough when you got deep penetration like this, and Zach Edey has it down below.
Edey fouled, and he'll go to the line again. For a 7'4" guy, Edey does a nice job at the free throw line at 71%. That's a big factor.
Well, overall, Purdue does an outstanding job in regards to separating themselves. That's one way against Wisconsin. They were 3 for 10 from behind the arc. But because they're able to get to the free throw line a lot more than their opponents, to me, that's the opportunity where they separate themselves, free throws and also second chance opportunities.
And he misses the second. Ware with the rebound. Leal, Ware, Galloway. Gunn. And Anthony Walker. Galloway turns the corner, down the lane, dumps it down. Walker clears space, banks it up and in, and the foul. Anthony Walker.
Well, off the dribble penetration, now Walker has some room to operate. Look at that right there. Zach Edey was hesitant to kind of leave the lane by turning down the shot, attacking the rotation. Walker's able to get himself inside. Chance for old-fashioned three-point play, missed it.
His first year in Indiana after 4 at Miami, where he started 19 games. First points tonight. Ethan Morton. Lawyer. Finds Edey, knocked away by Ware. Loose ball picked up. Braden Smith, 6 to shoot. Edey again, draws a double. Top of the arc, Lawyer. And good. Fletcher Lawyer.
Well, because Zach Edey has a position here, Lawyer's just going to float over just a little bit more. Zach Edey has seen every coverage imaginable in college basketball. But what makes this play so special is Edey's patience to allow the double team to happen in almost a triple team and then locate exactly where the shooter was at.
First points tonight for Lawyer. They haven't really needed him. Smith, Edey, leading the charge. Ware. Galloway. Trying to shake up Morton. Gunn. Quick release. Pure. C.J. Gunn. Sophomore from Indianapolis. Lawrence North. First points tonight. 53-35. Smith. He's been quiet recently, offensively. Lawyer hangs in the air, no. Edey with a rebound and stick.
But what can you do, man? If you get beat off your initial defensive thrust, okay, the point of attack, you get beat off of that, you're going to be in rotation. The body comes off of Edey because Ware had to help a little bit. Now you give up another offensive rebound.
Edey with 21 and 12. Smith. Catalyst. Smith. Knocked away, picked up. Galloway. Leo steps into a J.
The young lady named Juju Watkins over at USC.
51
Come on, man.
donuts against Stanford.
Against Stanford, averaging 27.5, like 7 rebounds and just getting started. So a lot more to be excited about if you're a women's hoops fan.
Here's Edey. And a whistle. But Zach Edey putting in major work.
Well, he put in major work the last couple of years. One, he improved his strength, his stability, his stamina, which allows him to perform a lot longer and be more effective in late game situations. His footwork, he's improved his lateral quickness. Again, this young man has dedicated himself to being the best that he can be at this level right now. He has Purdue in a great position to compete.
He's got 21 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. Walker. Indiana as a team, I just have to admit, Jimmy, they just look flat.
When they go through those laws, when the ball is not going in the basket, it's zapped, they allow it to zap their energy, so you start to see it on the defensive end, and then offensively, you just start taking some ill-advised shots at times. Gillis make you pay, baby.
Mason Gillis gives Purdue their largest lead of the game, 58-35. This one reminiscent of their first meeting in Bloomington. Mbaka. Nice flip down low, and the layup missed by Walker.
When Indiana has attacked quickly and made quick decisions, Gus, they've had some good looks. That time Walker not able to finish.
Heidi to Edey. Morton, 10 to shoot. Up top, Gillis, pump fake, step back, Jay. Count it. .61-35 timeout. And listen to this crowd. Tell you what, I love what we're seeing from Purdue this year. They look like the team that's going to have no problems getting out of the first round of the NCAA tournament this year.
Chip on the shoulder from last year.
That's right, and Lance Jones.
That's what I was going to say, because you have a difference maker in regards to a mature player that can, outside of the cycle of the offense, can get you some buckets.
Let's take a look at their tournament resume.
Well, 21-1, 21-2 overall losses in the Big Ten. Listen,
they've beaten everybody.
What? Everybody.
Look at that. Look at the right side there.
Look, the quad won 8-2, brother. I think they're 8-0 against the top 50. Okay? Purdue and UConn are the two best teams I've seen play. And they're very similar when they can play different styles. If the three ball is not working, they can get 2 feet in the paint and beat you.
Nebraska, Northwestern on the road. The only 2 losses for Purdue is where plays that one. And speaking of UConn, boy, would it be nice to watch Purdue face UConn.
What?
The 2 big men going at it.
Big man, the guard play.
And the defending national champion. Morton, top of the arc. Gillis has been high. And we'll head the other way.
Opportunity once again for Purdue. Zach Edey is able to collect his breath a little bit to kind of cut into this lead. But again, the quick getting offense. And you notice Trey Galloway handling the rock a lot more.
Cups has not been in.
No.
Very often.
I would tell Cups to keep his head up. I think he has a bright future. Reminds me a lot of one of my favorite IU players, which is Jordan Hall.
Yep. Gunn fouled as he shoots it by Smith, and he'll go to the line and shoot 3. C.J. Gunn. He's played 20 or more minutes 5 times this year. Gunn on the season averaging 3 points, 67% free throw shooter.
Yes, we talk about this all the time, the number of threes that are taken in college basketball, but the problem is the challenges with this Indiana team. Their opponents take about 9 more three-pointers per game. They only make 5. That's at the bottom of the league. If you don't have that in your arsenal, not like you don't have good three-point shooters, but you need that to create space and open up opportunities, and that's one of the areas where I know a lot of Indiana fans are a little baffled in regards to why not be able to shoot and make more three-point shots.
Down the lane. Off balance attempt by Edey. And out of bounds. I remember Pat Riley once saying the three-point line is fool's gold.
Well, it was back then. Now it's not, just because of the way the game is going to be spread, because you want pace and space and you want the lane to be open. Now, here's where the fool goals come into. Everybody should be shooting. See, that's the caveat.
Some reports coming out recently that the NBA is thinking about altering their defensive rules because the offense is just had too much of an advantage. Nice rebound, Edey, and putback. Camden Edey scoreless against Wisconsin on Sunday. The other way, Renew. He has disappeared in this game. Malik Renew. Only 6 points on 3 of 11 shooting for Renew, and he averages 16. Smith, teardrop. Smitty, all business.
Well, you know, to your Malik Renew point, against a Felix Akpara that plays for Ohio State, he can go to work inside the paint. Against a Zach Edey, you don't have those same opportunities, hence you don't have those same good looks, because you have a lot more congestion inside that he's not able to operate, hence not playing well at all this evening.
Let's take a look at the game summary sponsored by Progressive. Get slams, dunk savings today.
Well, the free throw just stands out to me. Look, the last 7 games, Purdue has been plus 15 from the free throw line, 28-13 in regards to free throw attempts, and as apparent, this is where they make their money too.
How about Zach Edey? When you're a 7-footer, Jimmy, and you want to go incognito, as you take a look at his 21 points and rebounds, if you want to be incognito at a Pacers game, You wear sunglasses, right? But you don't wear sunglasses in a Purdue shirt when you're 7'4".
At an NBA game where you're a prospect. So sometimes the math ain't mathing. But
hey, man, that 7'4" guy with the sunglasses on and the Purdue shirt, you think that's Zach Edey?
He looks familiar. He looks familiar. I just can't place where who he plays for.
Mbako at the line. And he makes it a 65-41 game. Purdue with 7:16 to go. Back door, inside, and it's a foul coming up as Caleb First got to the basket. First.
But here's the nuance here, Gus. Early in Zach Edey's career, you wouldn't put him at the free throw line to make that play. Okay? Now the understanding and the trust from the coaching staff allows Zach Edey not just to sometimes be the recipient of passes and plays, but a lot of times now you can feed off of Zach Edey for him to make some high-low plays, just like we saw with First.
Scoreless on Sunday against Wisconsin. Did not take a shot in 5 minutes. Playing time a little down, just 10 total minutes in the last 3 games. And Renew has fouled out for IU. Not his best game, leaves the game with 6 points. Ware poked away from behind, picked up Walker. And Gunn is bumped on the sideline by Lawyer and fouled.
And the offense for the Hoosiers is just discombobulated. A lot has to do with the defense by Purdue, but not having the decision maker at the point to kind of settle you down. Kind of like, again, it's hard to get a Braden Smith, but that gives you the blueprint when you want to run your offense and get back in the game and get quality shots. You need to have that leader heading up the ship.
Gunn misses the front end. Smith, Edey back in. On a switch, guarded by Ware. Edey at 3.
Who says I can't hit threes? What? Who said it? I dare you.
And Gunn answers on the other end. Let him shoot it again. Listen to this crowd. Edey. First to 3. And that was the first career made 3 for Zach Edey. Inside Walker. Nice play.
At this crowd was egging Zach Edey on before he even got it to shoot it. And he paid it off well by banking it in. Money.
Smith fouled from behind. Take a look at this, folks. He said, when given the opportunity, I'll practice. And I'll be able to make threes when I get to the NBA. But right now, they don't need this from me.
Now, listen. All jokes aside, he has a good stroke. No, he has a good stroke now. Will he be able to knock in 800? I don't know. But I love the fact, now you're up big so you can do this, that he had the confidence and said, you know what, I'm picking and popping on this one. He knew, you know how you played this game.
Right.
I'm taking the shot if I get it. That was in his mind.
If he hits a couple of threes down the stretch this season, that could change a lot of opinion.
Big time.
Galloway throws it into the backcourt. Smith tracking it down, picks it up. Lawyer rises. Ware, outlet pass. Mbako. Gunn, he'll take a 3. Pure. 71-49. Edey, great position. How simple can it get?
Get to that left shoulder. I said this at the beginning of the year. Zach Edey, from an individual perspective, accolades, is only competing against himself. Beautiful move that time in Baco. So it's nothing else really he can do individually in college basketball, but collectively, what he's looking at, of course, is to dominate the Big Ten and win another Big Ten tournament or championship, regular season, but what UConn has. That in itself is where he's at in his mindset in his career.
And now little talking going on. Ware and Edey and Galloway and Walker. Purdue fans letting Indiana know how much they admire them.
Yeah, just let them know, you know. Listen, you know the beauty about this arena? You see any suites?
Oh.
Pure basketball. And that's why the environment is so pure in regards to the noise level. Strategically, where the students are placed is outstanding. I mean, IU is the same way in Assembly Hall.
I mean, this is, as you mentioned, Jim, pure college basketball. Nothing better. 14,804. And every time you come here, this is the 69th consecutive sellout. And that's how you know Matt Painter's doing a great job when there are fans in the seats.
All the time. And here's the thing, as you got a technical foul on Lance Jones. The culture that Matt Painter has been able to build to identify the players that not only resonate with him from a basketball perspective, but from a personality perspective. Rarely do you hear from Purdue about guys transferring out and not finishing the deal. And that has a lot to do with that man right there who I had the pleasure of playing against my time at Ohio State, but also the quality of his coaching staff.
Matt Painter wanted to go to Indiana, but was never offered a scholarship. Jones coming out of the game. This kid's got an incredible personality. He's bringing something special to this Purdue basketball team. Upbeat, bright. Ibaka, 20-footer, got it.
So Lance Jones, can you imagine what's going through his mind right now? Just everything he wanted to accomplish in college, to play in front of a crowd like this, to be on an outstanding team, to compete for a conference championship, but also a national championship. He has to be soaking it all in right now.
I thought it was very interesting when I talked to Lance yesterday inside, having rejected Edey's shot, and he told me how he was recruited by Purdue, where now what? He's strong. And for an old man like me, it kind of made me shake my head. I said, how did you get recruited by Purdue coming out of Southern Illinois? He was like, well, one of the coaches DM'd me. I was like, what's DM?
Come on, bro. Seriously.
Never done it once.
Come on, man.
DM.
I know you're a little...
Direct message. I had to look it up.
I know you're a little long in the tooth, but I know you have to know what DM is. Come on, bro.
Here's Smith. Inside, caught the thread. Oh, that one hung on the rim for an eternity. 2:48, 75-55. Gunn again. CJ Gunn starting to get that good feeling now. Extended minutes. He has a team high 13 points. foul. 2:21 to play. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm going to DM.
The thing I love about it, you taking steps to come into 2024.
That's right, 2024.
I like that. Take your time, partner. Take your time.
Big Zach taking his time. 75-57 as Lawyer goes to the line. There's one good. That's your Lawyer. Brother Foster played 5 seasons with Michigan State at Davidson. Dad John is a scout for the LA Clippers. As a matter of fact, his brother is right now working as an assistant with the Brooklyn Nets. Coaching route, maybe front office route. Done. Ware slipping. 2 minutes. Cups, pulls up, turns off and red. But I think the guy that got this game really started for him is this young man with the basketball, Braden Smith. Hitting open shots, getting to the basket, finding Edey, pumping red jumper up inside, and it bounced.
Well, you know, they say sometimes the best thing about a freshman is going to be a sophomore. And the maturity level in which he plays, he took the bumps, the criticism of last year's, especially defeat in the NCAA tournament. The 19 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists tells one story. But the bigger story is how he controls the tempo. He manipulates the defense to ensure that his teammates are in proper position to score and be efficient. And that's what point guards do, guys.
9 rebounds. How about that? He's 6 feet. Second leading rebounder on the team at 5 a game. 43 seconds. And that's Lawyer doubled over. Looks like he may be cramping.
And I'm kind of surprised here that Smith, Lawyer, and also Edey are still in the game.
And now the subs coming in. Number 44, Will Berg, 7'4", freshman from Sweden. Carson Barrett coming in, number 34.
Chase Martin, Quanzo Martin's son. Okay. Number 22.
Inside. Going up, Miles Colvin. So let's take a look at Indiana's upcoming schedule. Northwestern, their next game, followed by Nebraska, Nittany Lions, Badgers, and Terps. So at the line, Will Berg.
I asked Matt this. What's your formula of why you always getting 7-footers, man?
He gets them too.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Can you trace another coach that consistently, not just one, he'll have 2 7-footers on the roster simultaneously? How do you do that?
Absolutely right. 23 seconds remaining. Cups trying to wrap around. Lost his footing out of bounds, and it's Indiana ball with 12 to shoot. So Indiana will fall to 14-10 overall, 6-7 in the Big Ten Conference. Gunn. And the rebound goes to Berg, and that should do it. Purdue improving to 22-2, 11-2 in the Big Ten. The second-ranked team in the nation comes into this game on their home floor, takes care of business. Zach Edey, 26 points.